Back to jail. Bing, bang, boom. Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
YKWD.
I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. You know what, dude? Welcome everybody back to YKWD, Calta Kelly, Hijinks, Gabby and Friends, Joe's Tits, whatever you want to call it. We're back. I'm back. Mike's back. We're back. Last week, we had a great special hosting. Everybody seemed to fucking like, yeah, whatever. Now we're back. I would like to introduce everybody. Gabby, Brian, of course, is here.
Hi.
Mr. Mike Calta.
Hello.
The great Mike Calta, who's looking very svelte lately. And I guess his hairline did not come back. We thought if he lost weight, his hair would grow back, but apparently
Quite the disappointment.
it didn't work. And we do have with a very funky haircut tonight, very John Cusack. We have AKA The Truth.
Look at those. Look at those beautiful eyes.
Ooh,
Baby blues.
Oh, I never noticed those before.
Well, thank you.
Clark
Yeah,
Kent.
you know what they are? They're kind of they're deep blue, I would say.
Like your soul.
Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Gabby's frozen. What's going on? Or is she?
She's got shitty internet. She's in Brooklyn. Your father's a multimillionaire and won't help her out.
All right. You know what sucks about having glasses is everyone can see that I'm watching the hockey game.
Wow.
I'm proud of you for that.
What, watching hockey? That's a weird. I'm not really. I like hockey. I'll watch hockey, but I'm not. I was a fan of hockey with Cam Neely, Ray Bork. I'd watch all the time. After that, they took Neely out and they stopped fighting. I stopped watching.
They fight all the time.
They
They
fight.
fight all the. This is a very. I'm not saying you specifically. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I understand that you're a sensitive person, but this is a very boomery take. That's the new buzzword, the boomer. Everyone does the thing where they go, "Oh, it was a real sport, and whatever decade they were young in is the best." Now I'm breaking the mold. I'm 57 years old, and I'm here to tell you, hockey is better now than it was when I was 11. It's very good.
First of all,
57.
there's two things that bother me. When somebody says I'm sensitive, it makes me want to rip their trachea out. And when somebody tells me calm down, it does the reverse.
I didn't
makes
say
me
calm down.
snap. Well, you said I don't want to. You called me sensitive.
Yes, I did call you sensitive because I was looking out for you.
Yes, I'm not sensitive.
A little bit. Sometimes.
Shut up. I'm not sensitive. Why would you say that?
Wait, I'm sorry. I froze and then I unfroze on the fact that you're sensitive.
This is the weird thing about Gabby. I don't think she wants to do the show anymore.
Can you see me?
No, you keep fucking get internet. Do it on your phone. Do it on your phone. You stink.
The comments are distracting. Some guy just wrote Ray Boutique, which is hilarious.
Gabby, why are you here? Where you just do your phone, Gab. Your fucking computer stinks. Anyways, I disagree. And calling me a boomer, you know what? Maybe I am a boomer, Joe. I don't care. I'm a boomer.
I didn't call you a boomer. You misunderstood everything. I didn't say calm down, and I didn't call you a boomer. I said it's boomer-y. It's boomer-esque.
Boomer-esque. All right, I'll
Yes.
take boomer-esque. I don't mind. Call me boomer. Go ahead, call me boomer.
That's like calling your wife cunty and saying you didn't call her a cunt.
Thank you.
That's great. That's a great line and a good point.
Thank you. And I love that Mike comes in and out, by the way. When he comes in and out, that little logo comes up and it's just a little voice that comes in.
Much better that way.
Joe, how are you, Joe? How are you doing?
I'm okay. I appreciate your tone because it felt genuine. I'd be better if Gabby did something different than she's doing.
What you mean?
Is this better?
Dressing? Yeah, well, it's better, but you're still dressed like Dick Van Dyke, so it's bugging everybody.
Gabby's dressed like her house burned down and they wrapped around her whatever they could find. Like a guy was like, "Here, take my bathrobe."
Gabby, what are you wearing, Gabby? Why
I'm
do you
wearing
have
a large shirt, a large linen, extra large men for fat men shirt?
I don't know. I feel like that was a personal dig. You had to throw that in.
Yeah, it was.
Could have just been a man shirt, not a fat man shirt.
Yeah, it was. It was a
Batman
personal dig.
It looks like your tit would pop out if you had a tit.
Just straight
Gabby's,
chest.
Gabby's tit couldn't pop out if she was shirtless.
Fuck you.
Gabby could take her shirt off at a beach and nobody would even flinch.
That's not true. Okay, people think I'm very hot on beaches.
I think you're hot. You look good with your boyfriend in the lake wherever you were.
He looked good.
He's hot.
Pull it up.
No, I mean that's the first time I ever actually saw him. He's good looking.
Yeah, he's a hunk.
I mean, he's cunty, but he's good looking.
Where's the lake?
Yeah.
Is it on your Instagram?
It's not a lake. We were at Rockaway Beach. Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Oh, you're at the
Okay,
beach.
okay.
All right.
I was at the beach today
What were you at the beach for? Were you trying to get sucked off?
for fun. Oh wow!
Yeah,
Gabby,
he's a
nice
good looking
work.
guy. She looks good, except for that Jersey gap right there in the middle. But
The gap is a good thing.
the gap is not a good thing, Mama. I told you that before. Do some Kegels. Get that sucker tight.
What is that? What?
That means you got banged out young by a guy with a big peepee. Nobody wants that.
First of all, how do you know that? Second of all, my
Tell me I'm
thighs
lying.
don't touch. It's a good thing.
No, that's your vagina. Your legs should do this, not this. You shouldn't have a gap in between that you can stick a fucking kielbasa in. You know what I mean?
That's not the way anymore.
Joe, when we were coming up, and Mike, please, a girl with a big gap, you kind of stayed away from, right?
Thigh gap was supposed to be a good thing. Models
But
had thigh gaps.
I remember watching an episode of what was the fucking thing called? What was the Chuck Woolery 2 and 2 coming back at you? What was
Dating
that
game.
called?
No, Newlywed Game. No,
Match
dating
game.
game.
Love Connection.
Love
Connection.
Yeah, I was watching an episode of Love Connection, and the guy was like, now he'd be like the worst misogynist piece of shit ever, whatever. But he was
Right.
saying a woman should have 3 diamonds if you look at her from behind, like at the
Right.
the ankle, and then like the knee, and then the pussy. There should be like a little bit of
Yeah. Gabby has one softball.
yeah. She's got a rectangle.
Okay, so that's true.
Well, now, Gabby, your boyfriend is a good-looking man. Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. You know, he's crazy. I'm crazy. It's a lot of crazy happening, but it's still going on.
And is he still in Blink 182, or did he leave the band?
He left.
Now, is he mad that you're wearing a shirt from another guy you banged while you broke up?
No.
Evidently an old fat guy.
You banged one of your father's roadies?
No, I watched
It's the only way she gets to see her dad is if she bangs the roadie like every other girl.
Oh!
Oh,
I love your dad. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I'll tell him you said that though.
You know, it's fucking hey, that's funny. I love that Mike said sorry too. I've never heard you say sorry ever.
Wasn't her. It was her dad.
Joe, can I ask a question?
Yes.
When are we going? You know, your wife, your lovely wife, Sarah, which I really, she is the only person to break through the Bushcraft Party Boys, you know, fucking fortress. Now she is the girl. Bushcraft Party Boys, one girl, and she sent this beautiful link of where we should go, and then nothing else.
Well, you gotta take over. I mean, she doesn't. Sarah, you've known her a long time. She's not all right, boys. Here we go. 3:00 Wednesday. We're all go. Like you gotta beat her and stuff her in a bag to get her to go somewhere. She'll go, but you got to make the plan.
Okay, so that I have to set it up. I have to set the stage. I have to take over from here.
Yeah, well, we could get a group text going, get some dates, throw them out there. It's looking, we're going to have to be September because we're going to West Texas to go get COVID, and we'll be back in September.
Why are you going to West Texas? Did Rogan tell you to move out there? You'll be a hit?
No, her mother lives out there and her sister, so we got to go vacation and hike out there. Marfa.
Didn't somebody die last time you went there?
Last time I went there?
What was the vacation you went on and somebody died while you were on vacation? It was like Christmas or something.
Oh, her dad died. Jeez.
Oh.
My dad died on New Year's Eve. It was tragic and very sad, and we're devastated.
I wasn't celebrating, and I just remembered it was something to do with vacation.
I don't know, but why would you? It has nothing to. It's not even forwarding the conversation. It's just, hey, didn't somebody die last time you hung out?
I'm really sorry, babe. I'm sorry. She's crying. Sarah, I'm sorry. It's Calta.
I'm sorry.
Not me. I apologize. God rest his soul. Salud to your dad. Gabby, could you do one button, please?
No, do one less. Are you kidding? It's great. Are you kidding? This is all I have.
Joe, that's what I meant. Calm down.
Oh, sorry. Jeez.
It looks good.
What looks good?
This shirt. I think it looks good.
I like that Gabby just calls that what looks good. My teeth look great too. Fuck it.
That's the millennial thing. That's what the young kids do now. Is they just they say, "Oh, I'm great. Oh, that joke's awesome." Nobody laughed.
Yeah, we don't hate
ourselves.
Awesome.
Huh?
We don't hate ourselves like you fucking lunatics.
Yeah,
I love myself.
I love myself. I love myself.
I hate myself. Is doing great on YouTube.
Speaking. Listen, man. That is a thing with these younger generations. They're almost too positive. They're almost too affirmations. You know, it's almost. I don't know. It's like I look great. You're not supposed to say that.
Well, you're not.
What?
Well, that was a sharp knife you just stuck into my fat side. But listen, first of all,
I'm sorry, I love you.
I love that I brought that up, and both the fucking cocksuckers that I thought would jump on it just stared at their screen. What are they scoring a goal? You fucking assholes! Now I just look at an old fuck talking mean to a young hot chick.
It's a commercial. She's not hot, and you're not that old. But no, I thought I was waiting for Gabby to respond, but she's all freezy and skippy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, because she's fucking. She look at her. She's in the prime of her life. She's banging a fucking 10. Everything's great in her life.
Except her Wi-Fi. Her Wi-Fi is awful.
I know it sucks. I don't know why. No matter where I go and do the show, it always freezes.
Hardwire.
Yeah.
What?
Hardwire your computer.
What do you mean?
You're having the fucking oldest guys in the room tell you what hardwire means?
Listen, I watched Joe's special and I loved every second of it. And my boyfriend said that he is his favorite comic, and then I text Joe that.
It took her 6 hours to watch it because it kept skipping the entire time.
Yeah. And first of all, if you think that I didn't pick, you understand what she just did? She just took a left. She made the show go where she wants it to go because she wasn't want to deal with what we were talking about, hardwiring.
That's a woman. That's not a millennial. That's a woman.
I was helping the show. No one wants to hear about hardwiring.
I mean, listen, you make a valid point, but that's not your decision. Okay, I want to go back to your stupid shirt.
Tell your boyfriend thank you. I love his tattoos, and he's very sexy. And I'm sorry that I leered at his girlfriend when her shirt was all unbuttoned.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, thank you. He's listening. Make no mistake. That's the thing with dating nowadays. If you're on a podcast and dating, they're listening. This is why you need a nice wife. Sarah doesn't listen to shit.
We know he's listening because when we talked about him getting a finger in the butt, he got all butthurt about it. No pun intended. He was all crybaby about it.
That's why he doesn't listen anymore.
Good. Because he's too fucking sensitive. For a guy who looks as hard as he does, he should be a little bit more fucking man.
Yeah, this is a very Jax. Thank you very much, Jax. You know, her podcast, when she does her thing, not one fucking stutter step, not one. When she does the stand thing, never a fucking problem. But when she does this show,
That's because we're on some weird streaming thing I don't use.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the you know what, dude. Fans are like outside her house, fucking kicking her router or whatever it is, because they don't want to hear from her.
That's probably true.
If I didn't say rotor, I think it would have done better.
You know what we should do one day is there's a Reddit page, and I've actually been told, like people talk about.
Don't.
Have you been?
Don't do this to me.
Have you? No. Listen, Gabby. To me, to everybody. Okay, don't think it's just you. I was talking to somebody about Reddit. They were like Reddit and this, and they attacked this show, and and then I go, I've never been, and the person went, don't go.
I love that shit.
I know you do because you have no empathy and you're not connected to humanity. Yeah, you have to be told. You can't say I love you to your best friend.
I can. My son's here. I could say it to him. I have no problem with feelings. I love you, son. Thank you.
Oh, that was really nice.
Joe.
That upset me.
You.
Joey.
Yeah.
Do you love your father?
Yeah,
Say it.
I love you.
Give him a kiss.
Oh.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
I'm
Give him a kiss.
I don't care about
On the cheek. On the
Give him a
cheek.
kiss. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. This is going to be taken out of context. Around 15 years from now, it's going to be taken out of context. Just
You're not
go,
gonna- You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it when they get to that age where they won't give you a kiss anymore.
Yeah, that's why I kiss my son all the time now.
Mm.
We're in the pool today, and I had to undo the filter, and there's a hose that on the outside of the pool that I go like it's all gonna fall apart. I go, Max, please hold this. And I'm like, Dawn, nowhere to be found. You know, no, I don't. Where is she? I'm screaming, Dawn, nothing.
She's with Larry.
And then I got Max holding this tube that goes to the pool, and then he just pulled it off. The whole fucking pool's just coming out on his face.
Oh, that'll be taken out of context.
And and I'm like, I was like, Maximus, put it. And he goes, you yelled at me, and I put it back on, and I'm like, Max, I'm sorry. And then he just started cracking up. He goes, it was kind of funny though, right, Dad? And I'm like, yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I should have just let him go. I should have just let the pool empty.
I remember the first time someone came on my face when I was a kid.
That's not, whoa.
Yeah.
No.
That's what you're saying. You came on your son's face?
No, stop.
What?
No. What are you fucking talking about?
I think my Wi-Fi is cutting out. I thought you came on his face.
No. What are you?
I'm sorry. That's what something's up.
Oh my God. No.
Let me fix the Wi-Fi. Something. Hey, you ever wonder this? This is gonna get me shot or canceled or whatever, but like, so with like, maybe I shouldn't bring this up on a podcast.
No, you're good. Go.
God, you're fine. We're behind a paywall, and all the ladybugs are cool.
So this is just a thought I've had, like a psychological study, obviously, yada yada. I'm not interested in this, but like, if you had a baby, like a fresh baby, in the first 20 minutes, it's cleaned off, right? and then you just took it and you put your mouth on its genitals for a second, just went or whatever. Then never, you were a perfect parent after that. Would they be fucked up? Would they recall that at some point? Because it's that early, and then after that, you were just perfect.
I don't think the baby would, but the nurses and the doctor would probably be fucked up for a long time. And your wife.
Your wife would probably be fucked up.
Everybody else in the room, but the baby would probably have some type of therapy or something. Yeah, every time they heard the word, anytime somebody went, brrr, they'd probably scream or throw up.
It's just an interesting question. Like psychologically, I'd like to ask a psychologist who knows that I'm not a creep or a psycho.
Why
I'm
would
not having
you know that you're not a creeper or psycho? Why would you even think about that?
Well, to me, it's interesting because I guess what piques the interest is the idea of young children. They recall events much later in their life, and they're like, "Oh, I was whatever." But I'm just wondering how early you could go and how minimal. Like if it was like a really minimal, you just a smooch.
I changed my mind. You should not bring this up at any time. It seems to me you're trying to gauge what the cutoff age is before you could subvert a child's privates. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Not because I'm looking to do it, but I'm interested in the psychology of it.
I don't believe that for one.
Okay, well, listen to me. I don't understand. Listen, can you just explain to me again? Is it a or is it a ha?
What's a
like? So, I guess any kind of inappropriate genital thing. I mean, either one of those things are inappropriate. Maybe a lick, no matter boy or girl.
Don't say the word lick. Lick.
A 3-inch like
touch. We get the point with touch.
Dude, a raspberry is way better than a lick. A lick is like, don't say lick.
A lick, a 3-inch lick. The baby's 2 days old.
And a 3-inch lick, you're gonna be licking an asshole, balls, dick, and forehead. It's a
nurse.
The real question is, so I'm looking at the comments here. Memories having an effect on their mental state. Thanks you, Alex Hitt. Alex Hitt understands what I'm going for.
Yes, so does obsessive fruit.
So real question is, what age do childhood memories have an effect? But you could ask. You could have just asked that question. You didn't have to put the visual in our heads.
Well, what's that mean? Ask a mohole.
A moil.
Moil.
They're the
That's
one
Jewish.
No, they gnaw off the foreskin, don't they? Or they just kind of.
Yeah, they put the penis. They gnaw a Jewish moil. The rabbi bites the foreskin off.
You're Jewish.
She's not Jewish. She's rock and roll Jewish. That's different.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's just an excuse to complain.
Yeah, they're basically just Catholics. Yeah, and they celebrate Christmas too, by the way. You celebrate Christmas, right?
Yeah, I celebrate everything.
So
they celebrate it.
Melissa's
getting triggered. Melissa's getting triggered.
I know. I'm worried that she's really triggered. I'm sorry, Melissa.
Yeah.
No, you're triggering her memory. She's remembering.
Yeah, her father licked her like a stamp when she was fucking 18 seconds old.
But I think it's a good question. It's an interesting question.
Yuck.
I don't know if it's well, I don't know. I don't know if it's an interesting question. More is a very obscure question. I think that I think I don't know how to go with this. I think, Joe, that what's more interesting is why you would think this. Like I've never thought.
Like I feel like you watched a friend have a baby this weekend. You were like,
No. Here's what made me think of it, because I thought, like, since as early as I can remember, I've had
Gabby's
this
turned on. She keeps fucking undoing buttons.
Oh,
look how low it is now. If she had, she has the same chest as Steve-O.
we're gonna see her belly button before we see cleavage.
So what made me think of it is I've had this emptiness, this longing in my life as long as I can remember. So I'm like, maybe there's some event that happened when I was a young kid, and it made me think, I'm like, what if something happened in the hospital? Maybe someone, touched me, whatever. And it made me think, like, what's the earliest possible thing? Does day 2, you don't have much memory. So I'm saying You got a 2-year-old, you could be like, you fucking piece of shit. Maybe I should have gone verbal abuse. You fucking piece of shit. You're garbage. And then day 3, you're just the best. You're just the nicest father, whatever. Are they going to be all right?
I don't know. I think I think there is an age on that, Joe. I think there is an age when you remember. I believe because kids don't remember shit at a certain age. It's just the memory's not there. I don't know what that age is. Maybe Mush could look it up, but
I'm actually checking with my wife, who is a mental health therapist for children. She'll have an answer for you.
Yeah, she'll get the question. And Mike, I appreciate that you made a noise like this. Like you started taking this serious, which is where it should be, because this is a serious question. Bobby's not taking it very serious.
You made it relatable.
I'm trying.
You related it to, you realized where it was coming from. It wasn't from you happening to be passing a newborn ward in the hospital. You were looking inside yourself.
Yes, I'm trying to get to the bottom of, did my dad lick my asshole when I was 2 days old?
All right, here we go right here. I think, what does it say?
Where is your dad now? Can we ask him?
Okay, here we go.
No, he's in jail for licking assholes.
All right, what is your? I don't know what that is. What is your first memory? A vivid scene may come to mind. Scene from toddler's eyes. Unfortunately, the scene may be work of fiction. A new study finds that because scientific literature suggests that it is not possible to have a memory from before the age of 2. So, 2. You can blow a kid up until he's 2, and then you're fine. So
This
that's
is,
the question you're asking.
This is famous comedian Joe List.
Yeah.
He would like to know if you, I believe the way he worded it was, if you were to a child's privates seconds after they were born, would they remember that? At what age do they usually start remembering horrific things that happened to them?
Look at her face. Look at her face.
Would it have an ill effect? Not seconds after. I'm saying cleaned up, day 2, whatever. And the reason I'm thinking about it is because I've had a deep emptiness in my own life, therapy, the whole thing. And I'm just wondering, maybe something happened to me, which led me to think, what age, if 2 days old, if you were very, even verbally abusive to a kid, you piece of shit, you've ruined my life. And then after that, you were terrific to the kid.
Yeah, Joe got raspberried around 14 hours into his life, just and it fucked him up.
I don't think that there would be any recollection of that. So I guess
have at it, Joe.
But
have
Joe,
at it.
then you had to be older, Joe, when something happened to you, because you would have no recollection.
Sarah, let's have the baby.
What is your oldest memory, Joe? Like your earliest memory?
Earliest memory. That's tough. I remember living in. I remember leaving my house in Milton and moving to Stoughton when 1985, probably 3-ish, maybe. I distinctly remember moving to Whitman in 1986. I remember the 86 finals and World Series, 4-ish.
So, go ahead. He remembers 3-ish, kind of.
Okay. So usually up until the age of 6 is when you're really building your memories, like your blocks of memory. So it makes sense that you'd remember stuff from when you were 3. Anything during infancy, it's very unlikely that you would remember anything, really. Right. And I think you're right. I think the age of 2, although you say you remember stuff from
I do.
Pretty early, which I don't.
But I'm a superhero.
What happened to you, Mike? What happened? Tell
us. I
I
have memories. I just remember good stuff.
Like what?
I can remember when my parents were married. I remember my brother was born. Stuff like that.
But Mrs. Calta, isn't it true that when you recall a memory, you're recalling the last time you remembered it? You're remembering the memory and not the actual event. So Mike may think he's remembering being 2, but he's just remembering the last time he remembered being 2.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I also think that sometimes you hear stories and build memories from stories, but you didn't necessarily witness those things or recall.
I don't know why. I don't know how this turned into me. I remember things. I remember smells.
Yeah, your wife's saying you're full of shit. Man. That's what's
Yeah,
happening.
she's
Yeah.
fired.
Hey, wait, Amanda, your hair looks great blown out, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It looked amazing.
Thank you.
You see Gabby's shirt? I gave it to her.
Let me see.
My
It's
old
not true.
shirt.
It's
I
not true.
sent it to her.
It's not true. You look
That's
amazing.
adorable.
Yeah, I am. It was my great grandfather's.
It's adorable.
It's not true. I love you.
You guys should make up.
Tushy Bidet is my favorite thing. I love this sponsor. I have one in my house now offering free shipping. Everyone has an ass. Everybody deserves the gift of Tushy. It's a great gift. Wiping your butt with dried toilet paper only spreads poop, okay? If you got to poop any other part of your body, you wipe it off with water and soap, except your butthole. It's like spreading peanut butter. Do not do it. Thankfully, now there's a bidet attachment that clips right onto your existing toilet, so it's not this big operation. Sprays water right up your butt, clean, fresh water. The water that comes out of your sink that you brush your teeth with is now going into your bum and cleaning all the poop out. That's amazing, okay? No more sitting in your bacteria. All that stuff leads to hemorrhoids and a yeast infection, UTIs, itchy asshole, skid marks. You know, let me tell you, before I had the Tushy, I was a night itcher. I'd be itching my butt in the middle of the night. I woke up one night with a stinky finger. You don't want that. Tushy sprays the great water right up your butt. No toilet paper. Connects right to the water supply. You get wet wipes. They're worse. They give you yeast infections. They clog up the toilet. They're bad for the environment. Get a Tushy. You don't want the anal fissures. Only $79. $79 right now. And get yourself a Tushy ottoman. It's the best. It looks like a tooth. You put your feet up. It makes your body so you were supposed to squat and you shit rope. Poop comes out like rope. I'm shitting like a 15-year-old right now because of Tushy, okay? And the Tushy ottoman. All right, helps everything come out. $69 for that, $79 right now at hellotushy.com/dude. You get another 10% off of that and free shipping. hellotushy.com/dude. Go now, clean your butt, have a nice butt, not a smelly finger.
Calta, your wife is so much hotter than you. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I feel the same way about your boyfriend. So even Steven.
That's how I feel too. But I'm not that you're not hot, but she is just an absolute 10.
I think you just said that. You just said she's so much hotter than him. That was implied.
But then you said not that I'm not hot, which even though I feel was a lie, I will take.
Thank you.
Do you think Mike Calta's hot, Gabby?
Yes. I think I think Calta has a hot energy that we could all appreciate.
Well, that's true.
I agree with that. And I like your clavicle. And
I was fucking close.
Claviculta.
Yes. What?
Claviculta. Claviculta. I'm taking swings here. I don't know. I'm fucking up. I'm sorry.
Joe.
I feel like we can't be funny now until you figure out who licked your butthole when you were born.
No, it's just fun. And your wife was so pleasant. And by the way, I'm a little smarter than her. It looked like she didn't know about the recalling the memory thing. She was a little lost there. So.
That's kind of that's like a vortex conversation you have when you're high. What if you just remember a memory?
No, but that's the truth. You're remembering. That's why eyewitness testimony and stories change, because you remember the remembering. You're not actually thinking about the event.
But you remember more details.
Joe?
Sometimes as you think about things, you remember more details. I remember vivid memories from when I was 3 years old.
Yeah, that's a lie. What'd you say, Bobby?
I agree with you, Joe. I think that's a lie. Because I know that I remember things when I was a kid, but I don't remember the age. The age, I think it was earlier, but it wound up being later because you can't really put into perspective when it was. You know, it was back then, but what is back then? You know.
So my parents were married in the 70s. I was born in 71. My brother was born in 74. And I remember the time in between. I remember being home alone with my father in my house. There's no way I could hear stories about that because nobody talks about that. There were only a couple of years that actually happened. I remember watching the Muhammad Ali fight with him in bed on a black and white television. I remember a lot of things from when we lived in that house.
Yeah, but those could be just memories that you think you had.
No, I've confirmed some of these things. I remember one time my father and I went out to the ice cream truck that was outside. Like I remember being in that house, and I could only have been the most I could have been was 3.5.
I remember my uncle I had to be 3 or 4, maybe younger. I remember my uncle put me on the back of a little mini bike. Remember those little mini bikes?
Mhm.
And they put me on the back, and they forgot to tell me to hold on. And they just took off, and I flew off the back and smashed my head, no helmet. And I also remember, I have these in the pool, when they had a pool very similar to my pool, and they had 5 boys, 2 girls, me, my sister, my mother, and all their friends would come over to this fucking above ground pool, and they would literally just throw me around like a ball. And then, and I'd be trying to just catch my breath because I'd be thrown, go under, they'd grab me, throw me. I was basically a toy for a long time.
You probably look like a beach ball. Because you were young and bald.
I got it. We all got it. You bombed. Let's just.
Joe sniffled and he was afraid to laugh.
No, I'm smiling. I got a big smile here. I'd like to hide my face because I hate my teeth and I want to kill myself. But
let me see your teeth. What do we hate about the teeth? Let me see.
Well, they're yellow. One's facing the wrong way. It's like a pet cemetery in there. But
so why
it really does. It looks like a Civil War cemetery you'd see like driving through Kentucky.
So why don't you fix them? You're an adult now.
I'm going to soon. I had to get, I had other stuff going on, COVID, and I had to pay for my mom's tits and the whole thing. I like the idea of. I think I'm hearing myself through somebody's thing. Is that normal?
Gabby froze.
Yeah, Gabby froze. It's probably Gabby's.
Oh, Gabby stinks. Anyways, I like the idea of Bobby's. If we could just go back to each other's memories, and Bobby's like, I was on a tiny bike, and then it cuts to Bobby, and he's 6 and huge, and it's a regular sized bike.
I remember my uncle's. I think we already did that one.
I mean, that's not. I wasn't trying to. That's not what I was going for. Jeez, Mush.
It was close. I remember being in the car with my uncles, and I was on the lap, and they were letting me drive, and I almost drove us off a cliff by the high school, and they just laughed. They thought it was fucking hilarious, and I won't even let Max sit in the front seat driving around the block. It's like times are so fucked now,
Remember that time Gabby said it was hot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that?
I didn't say you were hot. I said you had a hot energy.
Just don't ruin it.
Melissa just asked if I was a fat kid. No, I was not a fat kid. My first fat was in 6th grade when my mother divorced my evil stepfather that used to, beat me up and punch me and call me a fucking idiot. We moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. we were really poor, and I was home alone all the time. My sister became friends with these Rocky Horror Picture Kids. Like, they were gay and weird, and I remember they had this really old car they called Massingale, and I just didn't want to hang with them because it was just too weird. They used to sing the Rocky Horror Picture stuff in the park, and it was just weird, So I was always by myself. Me and my sister didn't get along that well. I remember one time she threw a brick at my head, and one time we got into a fight.
Jeez.
And she took my hair and smashed my head on the corner of the wall and split my skull open. I was bleeding. And I remember she looked, she goes, I'm not calling an ambulance until you promise me you won't tell anybody.
Oh, that's abusive.
So I never told anybody. And around, I think it was 10 years ago, me and my sister were at the table at my mom's house. And I said, we got in a little argument. I go, you fucking smashed my head against the wall. Blah, blah, blah. And I go, Mom, remember the time? And she goes, yeah. She goes, that was Lisa. She took my head and smashed him and made me promise not to tell you, or she wasn't taking me to the hospital or getting me help. And my mother got mad at me. She's like, you lied to me? I'm like, where is this fucking going? This is why I moved out at fucking 16.
I had a line, but I didn't want to interrupt the abuse story because I felt bad. Can you just take it back to where you said she hit you in the face with a brick?
Yeah, my sister threw a brick at my face.
Oh, Reginald Bobby. Are you guys familiar with Reginald Denny?
No.
Well, you're not, Gabby, because you're 11. But he got pulled out of a truck. They hit him in the face with a brick. Reginald Denny, Reginald Bobby.
Reginald Bobby. Yeah.
Wow, that was a stretch. Let's go back to talking about baby licking. Jesus. Yes, I was fat. 6th grade was my first fat. I got very big.
I like the comments because some people, they're not mean. They're pretty nice. Someone had a good comment. You go, were you a fat kid? And you said, no, my first fat was 6th grade. And somebody wrote, 6th grade is a kid. And that's pretty decent point. I mean, you were a kid.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, as first set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th grade is kind of, not a little kid. When I was a little kid, I was in shape.
Right.
But then I fluffed up in 6th grade, and then I lost it all. I got my Mr. DiPerzio, my Italian 6th grade teacher, was kind of took me under his wing and kind of became my dad for that year. But he was very into jogging, so I just assimilated and started jogging, and he got me into marathons. I started running marathons, and I did a fucking mile marathon. I did a 5-mile marathon. I started Dave McGilvery marathon. Remember that?
That's not what a marathon is.
Well, for kids it is. I was in fucking 6th grade. What do you think? I'm African? I'm not fucking.
No, but marathon has meaning. Words have meaning. Marathon means 26.2 miles.
All right. So it was I'm sorry, because you're a jogger. That's why that means something to you. Mike just knew what I was talking about.
No, he shook his head. He was shaking his head, going,
"Yeah, but he was gonna let it slide." You're a runner. You run, so that means something to you.
Well,
what is a 5-mile marathon? What is that?
A 5 mile? It's a run. It's a race. A run.
No, there's
a
a
road
name
race.
for it.
5K.
Are you talking about a 5K?
5K is 3.1 miles.
All right, so I did a fucking 5.5K.
You did no Ks.
I did a 5-mile run.
Okay, a 5-mile run is great, but a marathon, I mean, this is the kind of thing that happens under fascism. Words lose their meaning. Bobby's a fascist. 26. By the way, fucking, what's his name again? Mike Calta's writing his memoirs or looking at his phone. Something's going on. I haven't seen his eyeballs since 7:30.
Yeah, when Mike he disconnects around 7:35, Mike goes into what do we have for dinner mode?
He's pulling a Norton minus the brilliant lines.
Norton really does fucking disconnect.
No, Norton's like what do you call it? Savant or something. He's playing Candy Crush, and then he just pipes in with the best line of the show, and then goes back to whatever he's doing. But Mike just pipes in with something, fine, something fine. I'm not gonna say bad.
What are you looking at, Mr. Calta? What was catching your eye?
We had a vet emergency tonight. My dog had to go to the vet.
He always has something fucking tangible. This is why I don't. When Mike looks at his phone, I don't even fuck with it anymore because it's always something like you're like, oh fuck. What are you looking at your phone for? Because my mom just had stints put in 3 minutes ago. She grabbed her chest at fucking Eddie V's, and I'm sorry. And then he makes you feel. He goes, I apologize. Let's get back to the show.
So we had a vet emergency earlier, and I had to take the dog to the vet. And my wife just texted me and said the dog is ready. I'm going to go pick her up.
Oh, phew.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what happened to the dog?
I didn't get to find out because you began yelling at me like your father used to yell at you when you were in 6th grade.
Cycle of trauma.
Oh,
Here I go.
Someone's going to come off their diet. Can you look now? Now I feel bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was it? A vet emergency.
Did they say what it was? The poor dog just started screaming "Arr, arr, arr, arr," for like a minute out of nowhere.
Barking.
No, screaming, like not barking, just doing that cry, that dog cry thing.
I think that's called barking. I think he does.
Barking is woof woof. She did.
No, woof woof is me describing Gabby.
Yeah. She really is dressed like a fucking 17th century peasant from England.
I would have
What
a
do you-
bonnet on.
What's on the lower half of that?
I'm
Are you
wearing
just wearing
shorts.
the shirt? Oh, okay. You would have got away with it if you said I'm just wearing the shirt.
I would have got
Gabby,
away
have
with
you-
what?
Style.
Yeah,
Gabby, have
that's
you thought of-
Melissa, it's called yelping. Dogs yelp.
Yeah.
Yelp, 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 yelp,
Mm.
yelp, 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 yelp.
Yelp review.
The dog was yelping. It was sad. We
Okay,
couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I had to pick her up and carry her to the
Did you
car. And
sit
take
on its paw?
I did not. I did not. Then I got to the vet and she was fine. But then she came home and started doing it again. So I had to take her back to the vet.
Maybe she had a childhood memory of being at the where
puppy.
another, yeah, where the
Puppy mill.
owner fucking licked her vagina.
Gabby, have you
Joe-
thought of making that book behind you, The Great Gabby?
Yeah. I'm writing it.
Joe, I'm very interested in how your special's doing because you released it for free it's on Comedy Central, of course, but you put it out there on the internet digitally. How did it do? What is going on with it? Like, was it a success?
It seems to be a success. I don't know what's what, but it's got like 650,000 views.
That's a success, dude. That's a lot.
Well, does that mean money?
No.
Yeah.
But people have Venmo'd me a ton of money. I've made a couple grand off of Venmo, like $10 at a time, $10, $15. I paid 16 grand for the special, but whatever.
What's the biggest overhead when you're making the special?
I don't really know. A guy just was like, "Yeah, you got to give me 12 grand," and I was like, "Okay." I guess the cameras, you got to pay for the 3 or 4, I think 4 cameras, and then the sound, I guess, and then the editing and all that shit. And
Where'd you shoot it?
at the Village Underground, at the Comedy Cellar. I thought I need to film a place no one's ever done a special, somewhere just kind of really original. We've never seen, no one's ever seen anything shot, Bobby's looking for his thing, but the longer it takes, the more of the joke doesn't really.
No, it does. I know where it is.
Where's your
I mean, I know what you mean. It's actually, it'd be great if somebody could have done this before you. I was the first one to do it. Okay.
Yes.
Joe said no one had done it.
No, it's right here. That was the first one.
What
To
Joe
do it.
said.
Yeah, but then I found out Ted Alexandro did it. And,
Yeah, but I did it before him too.
And Sam Morrill and Mike Cannon. But
And I did it before them. I was the first one. I was actually one of the people that when Noam was like, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing something over at the," I was like, "Yeah, Village Underground. That's where you should do a comedy club." I was one of the people that was, and I was one of the first people over there, by the way, doing comedy. So, but no, I'm glad you had the.
So, Joe, you did your groundbreaking special at the Village Underground.
yeah, so I thought, this is a spot that no one's really chosen to shoot before. Something about the brick walls just made it so cool.
Right.
It's
And,
real.
yeah, it just made it really good. And I thought I'd wear a cool like black jacket to kind of make it look, just kind of. And then I thought about like kind of beefing up, taking up a little more space, but then I just thought,
First
it
of
doesn't
all,
seem.
I was very thin in that special. I actually lost some weight. in
No,
that
I was
special.
there. I was at the taping of that special.
I know. You know what? I remember when Lewis. I remember you, Dan, and Lewis were there, and Lewis was like, "Let me open for you. Let me do it." And I don't know why I said no. I should have said yes.
You had Dan St. Germain,
No.
Sean Donnelly.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. I'll remember it. It wasn't Dan St. Germain.
No.
Fuck. Let me think. I thought it was St. Germain. Who was it? No, I know. Wait, hold on. I know who it was. Jared Logan.
Absolutely.
Yes, Jared Logan. Whew. I confused those two.
Somebody told me, they said, "Oh, he's a professional opener. He opens specials. He does TV show things. He's one of those warm-up guys. Let me get a professional warm-up guy." And he did a great job. He was fine, but I should have had, I don't know why, but Lewis just bugged me because he the way he does things. Dude, you should have me do it, doggy. I'm the best. You having this fucking faggot do it? Fuck him. He's not funny. Fuck him. And when he does that, it makes you just want to go, fuck off. No. You know what I mean? But you just want to go, no. Fuck. But I remember he was looking at me. He looked at me at the last second when we were filming. He goes, come on. And I should have just said, fuck it. I shouldn't have listened to anybody. I should have just had fucking Lewis do it. That would have been a great moment. And he would have went up and fucking made it all about him and probably got somebody pissed off. And
is Lewis funny?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Have you watched Joe? I mean, can you back me up here?
Joe, is Lewis a funny comedian?
Oh, I think Lewis is so funny.
No, but like doing stand-up, not on the show where he gets a curse and use the N-word a lot.
Yes.
He does that in stand-up too. But you know what? I have not seen him in a while, so it's hard to say. No, I'm kidding.
Let's talk about memories. Your memories seem to be the topic tonight. In your memories, is Lewis a funny stand-up?
I want that cigar. Yes, he's very funny.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say, Lewis, the last memory you have of him as a stand-up?
Somebody just wrote funnier than you. I don't know if he means me or Mike, because I may or may not agree. Depends.
He probably means me, but I'm not a stand-up comedian, so winner.
I think you're very funny. I think Lewis is very funny. I think everyone but Gabby is very funny.
Thank you.
I'm teasing, of course.
Thank you.
Can I be honest? I'll be honest with you. Lewis his comedy wasn't as funny as it wasn't. It was good. He was funny. He was good enough. But then he started he got in at a club. I believe it was The Stand, and then Eastville. And then his special, when he opened for me in Tampa, one of the last times I was there, he went on and did 25 minutes. And I tell you, I was fucking shocked. I said to him, I go, dude, that was great. Like, no bullshit, no shit. He went up and had great jokes, and he killed every night. And as soon as he came off, I was like, dude, who wrote those? Like, but no, he did great. His special was great too. But I mean, me and Joe are definitely on a different level.
Anywho, can we get back to my special? What the fuck?
No, I'm kidding. No,
Joe, who opened for your special?
Sean Donnelly. Sean Donnelly, perfect opener. I wanted to have a show. I wanted to have a feature act, but Liz gave the kibosh on that. She was like, you got to have one person go up and then you go. And I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it's way better. And you know what? I wish on the road, I could just have a host do 15 minutes and then just bring me up.
Yeah.
Just bring me up and just go, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Kelly. And let me go up and do my shit and let me do an hour. And that's the fucking show. This hour and a half, hour and 40-minute shit that these clubs want. Now, I don't think they want it because they want an hour and a half because they want to sell the booze and the food. I get it. But I feel like anytime I've ever done just a host and I go up and do my hour, I always do more time and the crowd is into it because you get the juiciest part of the show. You're giving the best part of the show, which is right after the host, to some other guy. Some guy who doesn't even give a fuck. It's just there. He's going to another place next week. He doesn't give a fuck about you. You should have that part. And maybe let the host go back up after you and do the check spot with that person. Do the checks with some guy, do 10 minutes, and then pays the bill. But I feel like the headliner should get a check-free spot in the middle and the best part. So nobody's too fucked up. Nobody's too trashed. And, they're not tired. It's just a better show, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's the best. And then when you do a special or an album, they do that. So they do pull it off. I mean, the Cellar always kind of does that, but not kind of. They do that. But yeah, anyway, so at my special, it was fantastic. Sean Donnelly opened, and it was a great night. and it's doing very well. It has over 500,000 people. It had over 500,000 in a week, which seems pretty good.
That's great. That's great.
But I do have a lot of people that have been like, I've watched it 4 times, so I don't know how many people have watched it. But then you also have to factor in that many people watch it with a group. So
And
maybe
dude,
it is that many people.
And it's great. You know, I have a hard time when somebody does a special, and I always promote anybody who's like, hey, can you help me? Yeah, absolutely. I'll help any comic. But it sucks because when somebody says, like this weekend I was away and people are like, oh, you're a comedian, like these people down at the beach and my family, and like, oh, who should I have no problem going, hey, go watch Joe List special. Just go watch it. I have no problem because I know I'm not going to hear anything back. You know, there's certain people, you know, what do you think about this? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. You know, but I actually was promoting you this weekend at the beach, telling people you got to watch this guy. It's a great special, you know, fucking hilarious. Because I know you're gonna rip it, and it's gonna make me look good.
Right.
Joe is so funny. He's such a sniper. I love List and Norman's style. That's why I love about old YK. Super fast zings and high energy. Yeah, well, I'm 50. You get 4 zings a show now. How's that? What do you want me to do?
There's lots of good zingers. We've had some good zingers here.
No, we got great zings. Of course, we got zings. There's a lot of zings. Knack a fucking 12.89.
Well, that. Go ahead, Mike.
Lewis knows clicks and views and mentions equal winning. Winning what? What is that? What do you? And I don't mean about Lewis. I mean about anybody. About anybody. You can get 1 million clicks and likes on something. It doesn't mean shit. And I don't, and it's not directed at Lewis. I mean, just in general, it's not winning. You open your Instagram and you have 10,000 views. And it's not like somebody just backs a fucking dump truck of money into your bank account.
Hey, but I first of all, the clicks and the views too. I really believe that they fuck with you, man. Because there was a time with Instagram a couple years ago, I was getting 70,000 views on my comedy stuff. And then I must have put a video up that somebody reported or something, or somebody said something, and they shut you the fuck down. They do not want you. You have to be so fluff to get mainstream. Like it has to be, you can't offend anybody for it to go.
I think they changed their algorithm or something because like Sam Morril kind of blew up on Instagram, and then everyone saw what was happening with Sam, and I'm sure other people, but Sam specifically, I saw. And then everyone started going, dude, it's the clips. It's the clips with the subtitles. Everyone get them going. And then we flooded the thing with clips, and then the views started going down. Because Sam was the same thing. He was getting 200,000 and his Instagram followers skyrocketed. And it feels like everything with comedies like that for years is someone gets in on the thing, and then everyone goes, that's what we're doing now. And then that, oversaturates or whatever the fuck.
I think that people... look, even this show, when you go to YouTube, it gets a bunch of fucking thumbs up, and there's always 6 or 4 thumbs down. Within seconds of it being up, somebody will go without even watching it. You couldn't have watched the episode. It's only been up for 10 minutes. It's an hour and a half episode, and there's fucking a thumbs down. It's like, you subscribed to thumbs down my fucking show. And I feel like when people report this shit, they just throw you in this thing that you can't, this whirlpool of that you can't, we're not going to expose this person.
And you said you had 650,000 views on your YouTube special?
Yes, currently something like that.
Huge number. That's a lot of fucking, if everybody watched it, gave you $1, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, a bunch of people have given me money. I mean, I didn't make $600,000, but a lot of people have sent me money. One guy from Australia gave me $500, which was nice.
Wow,
ridiculous, but nice.
I think he fucked up on the comma. That guy's in trouble right now. He has a GoFundMe up to get that money back.
So yeah, it's been nice and successful. But at this point, you're just like, what was nice about the special for me with YouTube is, Bob, you're on the road every weekend all over, and it's easy to see people getting things and doing things, and you're at the Funny Bone in Omaha or Side Splitters, and you do those shows and you're like, I wish everybody could see this fucking show that I just put on. And
Yeah.
that's what was great about this. I felt like I captured it. And what was nice, and Bob, you did it similarly, is that before I've done the Comedy Central half hour and the Netflix half hour, and those were episodes of a show. They had their crew there, they had a steam machine or smoke, whatever the fuck. And then there was other people doing it. You had to deal with their energy. You know, Johnny farts a lot is on, he's going on before you, or you got to go second, or whatever the fuck. This was like, this wasn't Netflix shooting a show. It was Monday at the Comedy Cellar. And we captured a show of me just straight through doing stand-up, no edits, no cuts, whatever. And it felt like, let people see what I do. And I think most people that watch it will like it, and some will hate it and call me a fucking piece of shit or whatever. And, you know, you take what you need and you leave the rest.
I agree. When we were doing my special, we had a company that was on board that was going to pay for everything. And the deal, I mean, I think the deal was I was getting shit money. I think I was getting $8,000. And yeah, $8,000 and a back end, some that I'll never see. And the special was going to cost, because the special was going to cost $250,000 to make. You know, if you look at all the shit that they sent over, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want my special to be out there, and they'll sell it to, you know, whoever, Comedy Central, Netflix, it will be somewhere. Right. But I wanted to do it in a club, because I feel like if you capture a club set, if you can capture me doing my shit, what I do every week, if I do a theater, that's not what I do. I'm not a theater comic. 2,500 people is not, I need 200 people or less, small ceilings. I need to be able to look at the guy's face in the front row. I want people to see me telling the joke and them laughing as I'm telling the joke. Because when you do these Comedy Central things, they're like, what backdrop do you want? Nothing. They were like, at my premium blend, they were like, well, what do you want it to say? I was like, nothing. Well, do you want, like, you know, maybe we can put your, like, you know, where you're from? I go, no. I want nothing. If you I want my jokes to be the only thing people are focused on. If you put a drum set behind me, they're going to be looking at the fucking hi-hat in the middle of my bit. And they were like, well, we need to put something. I was like, well, put my name on either side. And I remember the guy before me had this big thing, and it was the state where he was from, and it was in a West, I don't know what the fuck it was. And everybody, they walk out and they point to it, and they got to make some comment that bombs. Nobody ever gives a fuck. That's my fucking, who gives a shit?
Yes,
and,
I agree.
And it stunk. And I remember it was, you know, the Village Underground is one of the greatest places. And another thing, the Village Underground is almost, I feel like it's a character in the show. So later on, when you see it live from the Village Underground, or your show from the Village Underground, it's almost somebody, it's almost an entity itself. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, I agree with all of that. And I think there are these specials where it's like the person's name and lights, and there's fog coming out, and then there's like a crane camera swinging it, like swooping in, and it just feels a little silly. My favorite special ever is Brian Regan, I Walked on the Moon, which is at the Improv in like Brea or Arizona or some shit. It's like, it's an improv. Yeah. He just did an improv, and he was great, and it was great. And I don't know what I'm talking about.
My favorite special ever is Richard Pryor live in concert, when you literally see people walking in late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're walking in. He started the special, and people haven't even sat in the front row, and they're sitting down. And it's like they captured him doing his shit. You know?
Ain't here now, motherfucker. Weren't these our seats? Yep, those are our seats right there.
Yes, that was great. I fucking love it. Gabby, where would you do your special? In some burlesque room?
Yeah, in some burlesque room, kind of like really low lighting, purple lighting, velvet curtains.
What would you wear?
I would wear a shitty jumpsuit.
You'd wear a jumpsuit like you work at like a welding factory?
Yeah.
Would it say Frank on it? Because it was actually a guy's jumpsuit that worked his whole life in a union to support his family. And now he's dead. And now some hipster chick from Brooklyn's wearing it in a special, talking
Yeah,
about
I
how
got it
white men
tailored
suck.
really tight.
But my next one is going to be, I want to make similarly.
Your next special, you want to do the same thing?
Yeah, similar. I mean, like you said, I mean, you should do the special in the venues that you perform in.
What if I produce your next special?
Well, talk to me, big man. What can you offer me? What are you bringing me? What are you giving me?
I could put up the money for it. We could do it at a better place, not a better place. Not I'm saying a different place, and then we'll cut a deal from there.
I've thought about shooting at Side Splitters. I have the best shows of my life at Side Splitters. The background could use a little work. And there's semen in the background, but I mean that I have the best shows of my life there.
Maybe shoot it at Side Splitters.
All right, done deal.
I was going to shoot my next special at Side Splitters.
Well, we'll come up with something else for you.
I would like to. I wouldn't mind a theater, but I would like a small, little, tiny theater.
They have those. Yeah, they have those. You don't need a 2,000 seater. You can do an 800, 1,200 seater.
I'll tell you what happened with that company that was we were looking for 250 seat theaters, 300 seat theaters. We actually went to Harlem. There was all these little theaters in New York City that were old churches, all kinds of cool places. We found 3 of them, and at the last minute, I get a phone call, and they said, "Yeah, you have to shoot it at John Jay Theater." And I was like, "What?" They go, "You have to shoot it at John Jay Theater on this day. You got to do it. It's 2,500 seats. You have to do it. It's going to look great. You got to trust us. You got it. We need it to look big. You need to look bigger than 200, 300 seats. We need it to look." And I was like, "I don't want that." And they were like, "You have to do it. Trust us." And I go, "Who else is shooting a special the night before?" And they were like, "Steve Byrne." I go, "Oh, so you have a deal on the theater. You got 2 days. So you want to shoot him one night, me the next night, double us up, and just get two specials in the can." And I was like, I fucking never called them back. I walked away for, I think it was 6 months, and my special was gone. It was just gone. And that's when Serpico was like, "Fuck it, let's just do it." You know,
I think this is the way to go. Shoot your own special, make your own special, throw it up on YouTube, and hope for the best or whatever.
Well, I think you did it, dude. I think your show is awesome. You shot your own special. You did it, and it was perfect timing, right in a fucking pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know at the time that it was gonna be pandemic-y, but it worked out. I'm happy.
How long did it take from shooting till it was ready?
Well, we shot it March 2nd. I think it could have been ready a lot faster, but we were sort of put it together and then shopped it around and then showed this person and showed that company. And there was Netflix had first rights to it. So we had to send it to them, and they weren't interested.
I'm sorry. I just read Knack 1289's fucking, he wrote, "Bobby performs at Side Splitters every night. It's called dinner."
I enjoyed that one also, but I wasn't sure. I thought it felt like the hurtful portion of the show was over.
Buddy, listen to me. My rule is if it's funny, I'm fucking in. That's a good one.
I feel like Mike is sad. I feel like you're sour. You all right? Are you upset? What's going on here?
No, me, I'm great.
Oh, all right.
Listening.
I got worried about the dog, and then I feel bad that I'm smarter than your wife. I wasn't sure if that hurt your feelings or what happened there.
No, I'd still rather bang her.
Oh, for sure. She's much more attractive than me.
Not much, just in the teeth.
Oh, that's hurtful. One time I was talking to a comic, and we were talking about my teeth, and he said, I was like, "Oh, I hate it." And he was like, "It's fine." And then he says, if it was on a girl, if your teeth were on a girl, it would be a deal breaker. And that really stung.
You could really understand that at that point.
Yeah, because I mean, like if my wife had my teeth, I would, hit her more than I do already.
I think your wife is super attractive.
All right. Well, I don't really get into that kind of thing.
No. I'm just saying she was on the show. She picked Bobby to have sex with, by the way. Last time we were on the show.
Oh yeah, I was on that episode.
No, there was one after.
You talked about that again. You
Yeah.
doubled down on who to fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
geez.
did we ask her when you were on?
Yes, and then
And
Mike got hurt because no, he said everyone always says me, but then picks Bobby. Remember?
Yeah,
People
that's
are always like, I want to say Mike, but I got to go with Bobby, and he's like, everyone always says me first and then amends it.
So Mike, so that means that we're not tied. That I got Sarah twice.
ooh, the integrity of the game. I like that, Bobby. I'm gonna let you tie. I'm gonna let you have the lead right now.
All right, I'm into it. Joe, who would you fuck, me or Calta?
I feel like, it's weird. I don't know if it's just based on the head and face, but it feels like Bobby would be smoother. Like I picture Mike's asshole being really dark, like just a black pit of darkness. And then
Sure, yeah.
just here, Bobby just looks like he'd be smooth, and also Bobby's lips are really something, and even his tongue looks kind of nice. And so I just feel like if even for a moment Bobby would suck me off, it would be amazing. I'm gonna be honest. Bobby doing what he's doing now, I would take Bobby over Gabby.
That's so offensive.
Yeah. Joe, do you still eat pussy?
Ooh, ever since Michael Douglas got the thing, and like I have HPV, all kinds of HPV. I got warts up my ass and herpes.
You have ladybugs?
What's that?
Ladybugs, a cluster of warts near your ass.
No, I mean I've had warts on my cock, but not ladybugs. I don't think.
Oh.
But anyways, I did recently because we forgot our lubricant. So I was getting down there. I was hawking loogies and licking. Yeah, I'll eat pussy. I love it.
You spit on it?
A little bit. Yeah, I get a little drool going, get the tongue in there, some lips, and
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
yeah, I get in there.
I like eating. I like eating a girl out. I like a little cunnilingus.
Well, you know what I like? I like a sit on my face thing where I can barely breathe. I was with the girl once. She would sit on my face and then hold my nose closed until and then she'd be like, choke on it. And then she would let go every like 40 seconds. I'm into that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was hot.
Why? Well, why wouldn't you get scared?
No, I liked it. I like that. If I would like to, I mean, I want to kill myself anyway. So if I was going to die, that would be a good way to go out. I loved it. And I'd be like this, and I'd come up for air and I'd just be sucking in the herpes.
Was that the older woman with the convertible?
No, this was a younger lady, but that convertible lady was frightening.
Why? What was that?
This lady in Connecticut, I used to do a bit kind of about it, but she was, where did you hear that story, Gabby?
You told it on this podcast.
Oh, I did?
Oh, yeah. I remember you.
Yeah, she was just, I think that was the one Sarah was on. Yeah, we're just repeating that whole episode now.
Yeah,
but yeah, she just drove like 90 miles an hour and played Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry and called me a nerd. And she was like, yeah, you fucking nerd. And then she said, if you don't come, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when I eat pussy, I kind of make out with it. Do you know what I mean? But Norton taught me a technique way back in the day. He actually taught me because I saw Norton do it one time, and I was fascinated. It was just like he had a job to do, and he was like the wolf in fucking Pulp Fiction. He came in and got the fucking job done, and then had a cup of coffee, and there you go. But he did the thing where
What's
like that on the clitoris, back and forth.
Gabby couldn't be less turned on.
Well, look, I mean, you don't do it. You don't look at a guy when he's doing it. I mean, you're only kind of seeing here.
Right.
So you can't see me doing it, but I mean, that's what you do, like this.
I thought you do the alphabet. Remember the alphabet trick?
Now the alphabet don't work because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gabby, but what you want to do is you want to flick it. and you want to get it wet.
You want
right?
repetition.
You want the same. So when they go, and then when she grabs your head, that's when you just fucking buckle down. No matter how tired you are, no matter how much you want to stop, you think of America and you think of fucking freedom, and you fucking,
Right. God bless America.
and you keep fucking going, and you bear into that until she fucking goes, and releases, and then you're done. Now you can tap out. Then you tap out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I want to choke on it. I want to put the tongue into the pussy. She sits on me, holds my head down like this, and then just my glasses are all smeary and yucky. I just want to be, and then maybe she takes my cum and whips it in my face.
Oh.
What?
Oh my God.
No, that
What?
part, just whatever. We'll
I
take
don't
that out
want
in
my-
post. Mike, what's the matter? You don't want your own cum whipped in your face?
Oh, no.
Why?
I don't want anyone's cum, mine or anyone else's, near my face.
What about drooled into your mouth like a bird after she blows you?
No baby bird of my own jizz, none of that.
What about your eye, just to feel if you like it burn, that burn of your own jism?
Nope.
Whose cum would you rather have in your throat, mine or Bob's?
Am I sucking it out, or is somebody spitting it in there?
No, you're laying there, mouth open, then we just shoot it straight down. We drop it down like food for the Somalians.
I feel like Bobby's is cleaner.
What?
I feel like yours would burn like whiskey, and his would be like milk.
What? I've been sober for a decade.
Vitamin D red bottle milk, Bobby, and no, I don't mean like real whiskey. I mean it would just burn similar to whiskey.
No, I drink a smoothie every day. I run.
Yeah, you probably eat shawarma, and I don't know. I just
Yeah,
feel
I actually been on the Whole 30 since December, and mine's gonna taste really nice.
Joe's gonna be like when you go to a restaurant, a seafood restaurant, they bring you a thing of butter and it sits out too long and it gets all coagulated. That's what I feel like. It's
No,
thick.
mine's nice. I'm warm. Mine's like hot. I've had it come out like boiling hot.
That's a rash. That's not good.
What?
It lands and it's warm. I'm like, ooh, and I have to wipe quick.
It shouldn't be hot.
Well, I mean, Mike made his decision. I think mine's gonna come out like buttermilk. Mine comes out and
Like it had just been churned.
yeah, it's room temperature. It's not too hot, not too cold. I got Goldilocks jizz. Goes right down your throat. You don't even know, and it's gone. You're like, where is it? It's all down your throat. You already swallowed it. It's good.
But here's the thing. You're like a decade older, 12 years older than me. Mine's gonna be quick. Mine's gonna shoot right through you. His is gonna dribble out like.
Yeah, but not mine's gonna come out one little nugget, like one little nugget. It's gonna come out, shoot, and then done.
Bobby's will make that noise like.
Yeah, and Joe's, you'll probably feel the little guys moving around in your mouth. Mine
Joe's
they're
will be
all
like
dead.
when you shake up a Coke before you open the can.
Yeah.
I don't need that. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't want to come in your mouth anyways. I want to come in Bobby's mouth.
Winner.
And you can.
Hey, Gabby.
Yeah.
Do you like when a guy goes down on you? Dumb question,
Yeah,
I know. It's awesome. But now let me ask you a question. When a guy's going down on you, why don't girls ever say, like when a girl's going down on me, I'm very like, look, do this, do that, don't do that, stop that. Yes, right there, go. I feel like girls, they're very quiet, and they use their, their sounds and their movements to let you know. Like you gotta fucking read them like a Geiger counter.
Because they don't want to have to tell you. They just want you to know. It's unfair.
Also,
But
you
they
don't
want
really
to know.
know when it's happening. Like you're kind of riding the wave too, and then you're like, oh, right there. You don't know. But I've also never had a guy be like, do this, do that when I'm blowing him.
But why? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very. Well, I like what I like, but when I'm going down on a girl, I had one girl. She once told me that. She was like, "Listen, right there. Don't move. Don't do anything else. Just do that right there. Don't do anything else." And I was like, great, because all I want to do is make you come. I'm not down here to work on technique. This isn't the fucking AAA ball. I'm not trying to get, you know what I mean? I just want you to come so you'll do things to my pee-pee also. You know what I mean? So
That you call it a pee-pee.
so just tell me what the fuck you like. I'll become a vibrator, you know, a human vibrator, whatever you need. Just tell me what to do.
I think a lot of girls do that.
Yeah, I had the same girl that would choke me out there with the nostrils. Sometimes, one time I was laying down, just mouth open like this, and she just moved her clit on my lips. And then every time I would try to suck on them or put my tongue out, she'd be like, no, stop. Just leave your lips like this.
Where is this girl? I want to fucking marry her. I'm going to dump on.
Cool.
She would just move like this, and she did all the thing. And another time, this is a girl I just kind of like hooked up with for like a month or whatever. And another time we had anal, and in the middle of the anal, she said, she turned back and she said, I need you to come in my ass.
That's hot.
I just got
Super
hard.
hot. Yeah.
I literally just filled up.
And then
is there anything fucking hotter than that?
Well, listen to this part. So then I obliged. Then I pulled out, and there was a little seed. Like I was eating a lot of Burger King at the time, and I had a little seed on my dick, and I just freaked out, and I flicked it, and it shot across the room, hit her wall, and slid down like a little poo seed.
What was she fucking? Would she have a Big Mac?
What if that seed landed and has been growing some ever since? Like a
There's
beanstalk.
a tree in our apartment.
Yeah.
A tree grows in Brooklyn. I don't know why I said I was eating a lot of Burger King, because that implied the seed came out of my cock. It was in her asshole.
Dude, here's the problem with fucking in the ass, and then when you come in the ass, there's nothing hotter. There's nothing hotter when a girl goes, I want you to come, and then you do it. But then it's like when you go eat crabs, you're like, oh, this is great, until you're done, and then you got to clean up all this fucking crab guts and shit. You're like,
Why do you have to clean up?
Well, when you have crabs, I'm gonna say when you go to a restaurant, you know what I mean? I mean, you didn't need to CSI my joke. I mean, what the fuck?
No, you were like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't understand.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like when you're done, it's like, now you're just waiting for stuff to drip out of her butt. There's like a 10-minute.
Well, that's my
15-minute
point. You were
wait
waiting. I'd be like, that was awesome. That was good.
Yeah, because she can't just pull her panties up, can you?
Sorry, I got distracted by Knack. This guy Knack, or woman, probably a guy because it's hilarious. Knack is killing it in the chats here.
What did he say?
He said rose seed thorn. What seed was that, or whatever? What a seed that was.
I think that's Lewis.
Nah, it can't be Lewis.
Too funny.
He also had the internet improves. I mean, this guy's terrific. We got to get him on the show.
This is the guy. He had the fucking side splitters line too.
Yeah, he's got a real knack for zingers.
He should change his name to Knack Zingers. Yeah, I like, but you know what? Can I just say something?
Sure, it's your show.
Is this gonna sound weird, Mike? Mike, have you ever
any weirder than anything Joe has said so far tonight?
Would you be in any, like, is anybody here into golden showers?
No,
giving or receiving.
All right, giving.
No.
Yeah, I'd totally do that. That's
is that really Festuca? Sorry, that's not really Kelly, is it?
No.
Oh, they said it's Kelly Festuca.
Well, he said it was.
Well, Knack 1289 said it's Kelly Festuca.
Do you really think if Kelly was murdering in the chat, she wouldn't put her name up there to get credit? She's going to come up with some alias called Knack 1289.
Good point. Sorry, what was the question? I get distracted I'm watching playoff hockey and reading the fucking comments over here, and then also I have a hard on from the anal thing.
I'm just saying, like, Gabby, if your boyfriend
Black Lives Matter.
Gab, All right, I won't ask.
Did she leave?
I think she left. The last time we asked her a question about this, her relationship died.
I thought he wasn't watching the show.
I don't know. Joe,
Yeah.
if Sarah was like, let's try it, would you try it?
What are we trying again?
Golden showers.
Oh yeah. Oh, so that's right. I forgot. Sorry. Thanks for jogging. I back when you were a kid. Remember? Callback. The marathon. I tried it one time with my high school girlfriend. We were in the actual shower together, and she was like, "I have to pee," and I was like, "Just pee on my leg a little," and it came out hot and like gold, like yellow,
Yeah.
it looked like a Dayquil, and it was so gross and like syrupy that I was like, "No, I'm out."
What, she have diabetes?
I don't know, but it was gross, and I wasn't into it. I'm just not. I'm not into the. I don't like it. I don't like urine and poo. I just like my own cum and pussy fluids.
I don't like food.
What?
I don't like food being involved in sex.
I don't either, Mike. And you think me and you would love it, but 9.5
I'd rather
weeks,
have the food at this age.
yes, I would too. I say let's eat first and then fuck, because I'm probably going to be exhausted.
Reverse. I want to work up an appetite. I want to fuck first and then eat.
I don't want to fuck first and then eat. I want to
Really?
eat and then probably not fuck.
I want to do it until we're all sweaty and then be like, let's go see what's in the fridge.
Here, I don't like it. 9.5 weeks, big movie, Mickey Rourke, and what's that other fucking chick? Whatever.
Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger, gorgeous, great movie until they hit the fridge. Then I was like, dude, I don't want a strawberry near a pussy. That's just disgusting. That's like a Bloody Mary. I just don't. Ugh.
I agree. I never liked food in my beer either. Like they're like, you put an orange in this and a lime in your beer or a lime in your rum and coke. I'm like, keep my food and my booze separate. I don't want food and sex. I just want you to whip my own cum in my face.
Can you please mark that? Because that will be the promo for this show.
Have you ever had a drink with egg whites?
Egg whites?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
First time I ever heard of that was when Louis hosted Saturday Night Live, and there was a scene where he's in the bar and he sits down and they go, "What'll it be?" And he goes, "I'll take a tequila with egg whites." And they just carried on, and I went, "What the fuck is that?" And I Googled it, and it turned out that's a thing. It's people egg whites and alcohol, and they make drinks that way. And I can't think of anything that sounds more gross other than Joe's jizz in his face.
Very same consistency, by the way. Gabby's gone again.
Nice.
Max said, "Quick, go down on her." Comes back.
Knack, just killing it.
Knack, you're killing it tonight. I think we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start giving out comment awards at the end of the show.
That's a good idea.
We're gonna
Great
do comment awards. Who
And
you win?
And some bomb danas too, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like food and sex at all. Chocolate syrup. They always think chocolate syrup. It looks like shit.
Whipped
It looks like
cream.
somebody shit their pants.
You ever get whipped cream on your upper lip and smell that an hour afterwards? Ooh.
Ugh. Whipped cream near a bum hole. It's fucking gross.
Yeah. No, never tried it.
Yeah, Gabby, I guarantee Gabby bailed because of the sex talk. She doesn't want anything. I think she's trying to be she doesn't want anything to come back later in life. She probably made a smart move.
Joe, you like buttholes?
Oh yeah, I love it. But I
like it.
I'll take the Fifth Amendment on this one, but I like to lick a butthole if I see the washing happening. I have no butthole trust.
Oh,
I want to see. I want to get in there and
like
like, stick that
roll the
bar of
dice.
soap in your ass. Yeah.
I like to roll the dice on that.
I don't. It feels like you're fucking licking a fucking thing of change out of a car.
Joe, you don't have to say because I don't want you to get in trouble. But if you go to do it to Sarah, does she like stop?
Yeah, no, she doesn't want that. She just thinks it's weird. She feels bad, but she doesn't understand. I want to feel bad. Like if a woman grabbed me by the head and just stuck her asshole in my face and just fucking rubbed her like asshole in my face. A clean asshole. Again, I don't like poo. I don't like puke.
Right.
But no, I want to be really stuck in there. Just
We are
chewing on that
different
asshole.
people.
Yeah,
We
well,
are
I like
different
I shower before sex. If I'm having sex, I jump in the shower. I don't know why
No,
that's.
What about spontaneity? You gotta it's gotta happen.
Well, if I know it might happen, I'll jump in the shower. I think there's nothing wrong with going, hey, let me take a shower real quick and maybe come in too and we'll scrub your stuff. I'll scrub my stuff. Now
That's
you
fine.
know everything's fucking clean. I don't have to lick the stink off of something. That's always
I'm laying in bed with my wife and I go to make a move and then it starts happening and she goes, I'll be right back. And she has to get up. I go, forget it. It's over.
Oh no, I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about another girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking, if Melissa wanted to fucking cheat on her husband, I don't want to. Let's take a shower first at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
Melissa said, I want to be pegged. I mean,
What?
Melissa's saying Joe wants to be pegged. Here's the problem with all that stuff. It's the post. I did a bit about this too, but when you're married, you can't do any of this shit because you got to segue back into regular life together.
Yes.
If you're single and you meet a lady of the night in, Germany and she straps one on and fucks you in the ass, that's all fun and games. But doing it and then afterwards you got to make, chamomile tea before bed. It's a little fucking weird.
Yeah. And plus having a 7-year-old and the next day you see him running around with a new gun. You're like, fuck, I forgot to wash the peg dildo. And Max is running around fucking shooting the dog and the dog's just smelling it. It's like, shit.
Yeah, you don't want the baby to wake up or the kid to wake up and see you, Dawn holding both your ankles in the air.
Oh, so how do you explain that away? That memory will stick. I don't care if you're fucking 8 seconds old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pool sex stinks. Wet shower, like Lou just said, shower sex is overrated. I absolutely 100% agree with that. Fucking in a shower, fucking in water is awful. Stinks.
Messing around in the shower is cool though.
Messing around, fine. You know what I mean? But once you try to go into a wet vagina, you're done.
Yeah, you can't fuck in a hot tub.
Nah, you can't. No, it's like fucking a tire.
Yeah. It's like a wet dolphin.
But it's no good. But the shower, I like washing them with the shower, getting a little soap suds on the nipple and then washing out their asshole and then kind of spreading that and then having them, having it leak down into your mouth. Drink the water as it flows down their pussy. That's nice.
You're just thirsty, I think.
I'm dehydrated. Yeah.
You just want wood thrown at you from anybody. You're just dehydrated.
It's so funny too. They always show in movies, like always horror movies, the hot couple's gonna fuck in the lake or bang in the hot tub or fuck in the pool. Get out of town. Stinks. Get out of the pool. Fuck on the side. I mean, look, I'd eat coochie in a hot tub because it's clean. But the chick, you open up her vagina in a hot tub and she screams because the chlorine's killing all the fucking bacteria in that thing. You might want to, wait a second.
You're too concerned with the cleanliness of it. You're thinking too much. Like if I could smell it, then that's bad. But if it's, and I know they all got a little bit of a tinge, but there have been girls sometimes where you get in that area by the waistline and you can smell it and you're like, no, that ain't happening.
This lady says BJ's in the shower are good, but you can drown that way.
What?
That's a shower, not a bathtub, a shower.
But the shower's coming down the water because the mouth is already full with you guys, maybe you got, smaller cocks, but my cock's filling up a mouth and then the nose, you get the water running down. As you breathe in, the water pulls in.
I make my wife wear my sleep apnea machine so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, dude, you can't drown. Blowing in a shower is fine. Getting a blowjob in a shower is great. Getting a blowjob in a fucking, you can't get a blowjob in a hot tub because no girl can hold her breath that long. A pool fucking stink. It's just all water sex. Food and water sex is awful, overrated. It's all camera Hollywood hijinks.
Agreed.
Thank you. On that note, Joe, you're special.
Yes. It's called I Hate Myself. It's on YouTube right now. As soon as you're done watching this, you can swing over there, watch it, give it a thumbs up, a nice comment. I think that algorithm thing happens, and then you put it on the Insta story and the tweet. And I want it to be a little like the little engine that could, where it just keeps going and going because word of mouth. And it's funny. It's fucking really funny. It's like it's club comedy jokes. There's fucking 5,000 jokes in it. There's no points. There's no politics. I'm not trying to prove anything.
We
There's
talked
jokes.
about it on my morning show yesterday.
Oh, thank you. For
Yeah,
God's sake.
well, Galvin had the guy I do the show with had watched it and thought it was great.
I know him.
Yeah,
I've done your show fucking 28 times. You never remember because you hate me.
I do remember, and I don't hate you. Although I did learn some weird shit about you today.
Well, just, wants and desires. That's all.
Doesn't affect how much I like you, though.
I appreciate it. And yeah, someone mentioned my Venmo. You can Venmo me if you like. No pressure. I had a whole thing with this with a guy. If you want, some guy gave me shit because I bought my car in cash, and this guy did this whole thing. So I went on a big spiel on my podcast.
Why? Because he thought that they paid for. Well, yeah. I mean, your monetary value is your stand up.
Lucifer. It's not at
podcast-
Joe List. Sorry.
What?
It's at Joe List Comedy. This guy just wrote the wrong Venmo. Don't send that guy money. I don't know that guy. But yeah, so I bought a used Nissan Sentra with cash, and people thought I was, Daddy Warbucks.
Dude, fuck that. I mean, this is the way it is now. Venmo, PayPal, Patreon. That's how comics make money, because you're giving away specials for free. All right. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you would have got paid a lot of money to do your special. If Comedy Central, you would have got $250,000 to do your special, or at least $100,000 to do it. Now you're putting it out there for nothing. You're not getting money. You have to film everything yourself. So there you go. That's the way we make money. But I also think it's a great way. That's why I love Patreon. I love it because you want to be creative. You want to fucking eliminate the douchebags. Fucking bam. Come here. All these people, even in here, are fans of all of ours. You know what I mean? So it's great. And they'll donate to you. I've donated. I donated a couple bucks.
I appreciate it. And yeah, Mike, if you want to just hit the Venmo, it's whatever. I know you're kind of doing pretty well. So, I mean, you never even took a week off from work. I don't know what's going on there with your stuff. And then you said you wanted to maybe front the money for the next special. Maybe just do that tonight. Whatever.
I'm just saying, if it's $12,000, I can get it done for $12,000.
I think it was
up after that.
I think it was more like 15 or something like that. And that's the other thing. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I talked to a couple of guys that are big money guys, and they were like, you got to spend at least $100,000 to make the thing. I made it for fucking 15 and it looks fucking great.
Fuck that. You used to have technology back 10 years ago. Technology was so different. 15 years ago, you used to have, I think it was 15 years ago, to film a special, you had to pull a truck up in front of the venue,
right,
and have wires going from the truck into the venue for those cameras. Now, I mean, look at my camera. Look how good I look in a shed. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to
shoot Joe's next special for $12,000, and I'm going to have it ready to air in 40 days.
Okay. I'll take it. Maybe we'll do side splitters. We'll decorate it a little bit, back it out. There's room to put cameras in there. All right. I'm listening.
This is my new thing now. I'm going to start producing comedy specials.
Well, why don't you start with your fucking number one best friend first? I don't understand.
It's going to be at the Centro Asturiano Theater, Robert. It's in Ybor City.
I like Ybor City. That's where the cigar place is and all the trannies are.
It's an old, look it up. It's Centro Asturiano. It's an old Cuban place. You'll love it. Small theater with a balcony. And we'll shoot yours there. Yours is going to cost a little more, probably take 90 days, but we'll get it done.
All right, perfect. Sounds great. I love it. What's the name of the company? What is it going to be under?
Nonchalant Elephant Productions.
I love it. Well, Joe, there you go. Everybody's going to be going to your Venmo after this. You already got a couple people that are going to send some stuff. Send my Ladybug Award to Nathan Kelly. Are you related to me? Patreon on Patreon. Appreciate you joining me tonight, guys. You've been great.
What a dick.
You definitely won the Ladybug Award tonight. And he actually named the award, which really bugs me. This guy is highly funny, and it really bothers me. The winner of the Ladybug Award is Knack 1289. His name is Nathan Kelly. I like your last name. Joe, thanks for coming on the YKWD tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I will talk to you tomorrow. Me and Joe talk like every day.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You ever talk about me?
Not really.
No.
Okay. I feel better that way.
No.
I feel like that our stuff is private.
I just saw my friend on TV.
Which one?
So
Sorry, Bobby was trying to close.
it's all right. I was trying to close. You did sidetrack, and Mush is trying to close. Mush, you can let Joe go whenever you want, and me and Mike will wrap this episode up. Joe, I love you so much.
I love you, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow. I can't wait.
What's that?
I said I'll see you tomorrow. I can't wait.
I see you tomorrow, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Here we go. All right, bring us back full screen for a second, Mush. I don't know why he did that.
He said he texted me. He said he froze.
Oh, Mush froze.
Yeah.
So now we're stuck little.
Yeah.
All right,
It's the only time we've ever been stuck little.
we can wrap it up like this. Here's Mike right now. Hang on one second. Yes, Mike. The producer of the show is calling me on my cell phone. Hi, Mike. What's up, Mush?
I went to share screen and it froze.
So what are we gonna do, Mush? What's gonna happen now?
Well, this is going out like this, and I'm going to close my browser, and it's probably going to end the show.
Okay, can you wait? But is the show gonna be done? Are we gonna be done with the show?
We just need to read the names.
I don't. Where are the names? Did you email them to me?
No, we showed them on the screen.
Do you? I don't see them. Are they there?
Well, it's because the thing is frozen.
Okay, so we have to do the names tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, so the names are tomorrow because you just got a compliment. Mush, good job on the graphics and the scene switching stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that things froze like that. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Yes. All right. Well, there you go. So Mush is going to end the show. Hopefully, but are we going to have the show? Is it going to be gone?
Yeah, show's still going to be there.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll end the show. Can you just hang on? I'll wrap it up right now and you'll know when to do it. Or can you still see us?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can't do anything.
Okay. Great. Perfect. I love it. All right. So goodbye. All right. Well, there you go. Not everything is perfect.
Getting there.
Mike, I just want to let you know before we go, we're in. We're in.
I'm so excited.
Thanksgiving
We're
is
all
going
excited.
down.
My
We're gonna drive down. It's gonna take us probably 2 days to get there, so we'll have to leave on Friday, I believe.
So listen to this. Listen to this. We've moved it from Monday to Monday. Because so that we have travel time.
Great.
And I'm leaving Friday and I'm going to Nashville first. And I'm going to spend a day in Nashville and then drive over.
So we're going to leave Friday and we got to go. We're not going to get, maybe we'll meet you in Nashville on Sunday.
Perfect. Then we can drive over together.
Maybe we'll spend the night in Nashville Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we'll get there in the morning and then we're back. And then all right, that's perfect. And then we'll drive there on Monday.
Mrs. Roper stuffing. I can't wait.
Oh, it's gonna be good, dude. And she's gonna make a ton of it. I can't wait. It's gonna be such a good time.
I'm buying her a new headband for every day.
Yeah, oh good. That's great. Maybe she'll dye her hair.
Ooh, got a
Oh,
party.
my wife. Here's the thing: when we're going, if she knows she's going to get a nail. Now she knows that we're going. Hair's going to be done, nails, everything's going to be done. So
Good.
when she shows up, there'll probably be headbands during the day, but at night she's going to have outfits. You know, our wives are. You know what I mean?
My wife will be in Lululemon the entire week.
Yeah. Well, Dawn, even we went away this weekend, she got a little mad because I was just fucking country. I turned into a redneck 3 days into that trip.
We're wearing overall. We're
hat.
fucking it up. Yeah.
Oh, dude, she fucking comes. She got mad because when she's like, let's go to dinner. And we went to dinner. She came down to the beach. She looked so hot. She was walking down. I looked like a piece of shit. Made me next day. I showered, got back to regular Bob because I look like garbage. Dude, I'm telling you, going to the country, you can become a fucking feral pig in 3 days. All of a sudden, you're fucking hat, fucking country. I was listening to country music. I fucking love country music.
Fixed it.
What?
Fixed it. We're back, baby.
Look, I like that. The logo talks. It's like having Kit.
Yep.
Like,
I'm a robot now. I'm dead, and my consciousness is now in a computer.
Great. Except
That's
you
right,
can't take consciousness.
Well, we don't want to forget about this, Bobby. I don't know if you talked about it while I was gone for that.
Yes. This weekend, I'm doing a show at the Soul Joe's amphitheater outdoor venue. I believe Lou's going to go, I believe, which will be great. Good to see Lou. I don't know who else is going. Yeah, thank you. Right there. Bobby's coming. There you go. So I'm coming out Sunday. This is the venue that Big J got ripped off from fucking stage. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me. It is Sunday, August 23rd. I will be at Soul Joe's Comedy Club and Lounge, headlining the show. I heard this place is amazing. Every comic that has done it, even Big J, said it's an awesome venue. The crowds are fucking great. Keith Robinson, I believe, did it. I'm excited. I'm glad that we got the deal done, and I'm going to go do it. So that is this Sunday, August 23rd. So please, if you guys are going, let me know. I will try to bring some stuff, maybe some merch for you guys. I got some posters, and I'll try to find some stuff for you guys if you guys from Patreon go there, that I will get in your hands. We still got those stickers I got to fucking mail out. God damn it. Mush tomorrow. And then, and there you go. So tomorrow we'll read the names, and we'll be back.
Actually, because I'm back, so we can do it.
All right. Well, I kind of lost my oomph, and I haven't eaten dinner. And when Mike is resting his beautiful big head on his chin like that, on his hand, that means he's tired.
No, I'm good. Whatever you got to do, I'm ready to go.
And
They're right
Gabby's
there.
not here too. All right, let's go. Can we make it a little bigger though? Because I got it. Ready? Okay. Nick Hamilton.
I can't see. You can see that? I can't see that.
Essie. Zach Tucker. Henry Filmier. Alex Cuckoo. Abe. Joseph Canetti. $10, please.
That makes me want to pay for this podcast.
Richard Hyman, Christopher McIntyre. We got Kenneth Myers, Jonathan Zog 2000. Oh my God, no, Zog. What's that from, Mush?
I don't know.
Superman.
No,
That's
it's
Zod.
Zod, not Zog.
I know, but I changed it to Zog to fit the fucking thing. What do you CSI in my fucking jokes? I mean, let's
Does that
just
even say Zog? It looks like it says zoo.
It says
Megan
Zod.
No Hilly.
You forgot the one before it.
Melissa Romano, JP Lilly, Ozzy Enriquez, and Terry Lyle. Terry, I got something for you. You motherfucker. Look at my tits. That's what you get for 25. You get my tit. Yeah, baby. Christine D. $10, motherfucker. I love you, Christine D. Maybe might be a relative of mine. Who knows? Christine Duchelarer.
I think you missed one.
Jonathan Heinekinen.
Close enough. Johan Heikkinen.
That's
Heikkinen.
Johan Heikkinen.
Or Jonathan Heikkinen again.
Jonathan Hanakanaka. Hi. Steve P. Christian Duchiaria. He twice.
Yeah.
He joined twice. Josh Brown, Darren Rockwell. I want to thank you guys for joining Patreon, being a part of Calta and Kelly. Every night we are here, 6 nights a week. Saturday jerk off party. Me and Mike will be there. It's going to be a blast. Joe Russell, Mush, and Austin will be there. You guys will be there. I can't wait to see you guys. All you ladybugs, talk to you, see what's been going on. We got a bunch of new people. Please show up. Saturday night, we let everybody come in. Me and Mike jump on at 11 o'clock. Then everybody comes in. It's a fucking blast. We always have a great time. And of course, we want to thank you people, you ladybugs. Every night you're here. You're in the chat. You're keeping it fresh. You're keeping the show moving. We love you guys. And Mike, I will see you tomorrow. Mush, what do you got?
Follow me at Mike V. Suarez. Follow the show at YKWD on Instagram. Follow Bobby at Robert Kelly Live on Instagram, at Robert Kelly on everything else. Follow Calta and Kelly at Calta and Kelly on everything as well.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same time, same place. Calta and Kelly, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. The best thing to come out of this pandemic by far. Funniest, fucking fattest motherfuckers on the planet, making you laugh every single night. Boom! See you tomorrow.